Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters with me. I'm OzoneB. I figure I ought to move the chair up here into my villager trading hall because this is where I have been spending an inordinate amount of time. When we left off in the last episode, I was saying that I needed a lot of emeralds because I needed to get those automatic traders set up, and that takes triple compressed blocks of emeralds. Each triple compressed block of emerald is about 6,500 individual emeralds. That means a lot of trading with all of these guys. And you know what? These masons are my new favorites. I can get 4 stacks of emeralds every day from these guys. Now I have gone ahead and crafted a couple of these easy villager blocks. This one on the right is an incubator. So you take one of the babies and pop him in there. The baby just stays there until it's all grown up. And then it goes into the villager output. So you can actually put several of these babies in here to be all grown up. And you don't have to worry about them wandering around anywhere. This one on the left is a zombification chamber. So all of the setup that you have to do to zombify a villager is reduced to this one block. So to use it, all we got to do is pick up a villager and place the villager in there along with a potion of weakness and a gold apple. And so the villager will stay in there with the zombie, become zombified, and then pop out into the villager output portion down here. It's really convenient. You don't have to worry about setting up mine carts and tracks. You don't even have to worry about actually getting a zombie. All you need is some rotten flesh for the crafting ingredient. Well, and a pog. That's the expensive part. But now that I've zombified all of these stonemasons a few times, they trade clay balls and regular old stone for 1 emerald each. And well, I've got an infinite supply of clay balls, and I've got more than enough stone right now anyway. So yeah, that's a lot of emeralds coming out of these guys. And as a result of all of that trading, I'm at 3 triple compressed blocks of emeralds. Remember at the end of the last episode, I didn't have even 1 triple compressed block of emerald. That means I've farmed up probably some 15,000 emeralds in between time. And I'm still working on it. Before we get into easy villagers though, let's do a quick recap of the vaults that I've run in between episodes. Personal Space Optimistic, Gilded, Fragile, and Slowed. This vault started out pretty normal and with nothing really special, but very quickly it got very interesting. A mine room! Okay, well, this just all changed. The first thing I did was take a dank that I had some extra space in and get it set up to receive all of the types of stones that I was going to be getting out of the mine room. It sure does a lot to really help keep your inventory clean. All of the good stuff, of course, will go into my danks. I've got slots for that already. It's all of the junk that just builds up around you that you got to worry about. So armed with the Terra Shatterer and enough inventory for all the garbage, I set out to just completely dismantle this mine room. And it was very successful for quite a long time. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, though. My mana is almost out. I do have a mana tablet that I keep on hand just in case. But I've got to be really, really careful to not overdo it. If I overdo it, then this thing, I'm going to start using durability on my Terra Shatterer, and it can break really easy. Oh, my mana tablet's out of mana. My mana mirror is out of mana, and my mana tablet is out of mana. So, sadly, that is the end of that run. I've got to be more specific and more deliberate about what I get from here on out. Oh, so much good stuff, and just not enough mana back home. I want to understand what's going on here. Yeah, see, I've started to dip into durability because I don't have mana now. I did a real number on the rest of this. I mean, seriously got into it. But, like I said, I really got to be safe. Yeah, this isn't a great situation because it's already a slowed vault. I don't have my double jump anymore. I don't have my speed anymore. I don't have my step up anymore. So, yeah, running out of mana is a bad thing. We did as much as we could do. We did had a real good run in here, you know? So I set on out to find the rest of the obelisks and defeat the boss, which thankfully turned out to be not that big of a problem and not all that hard. And let's see what I got in terms of player gems. Ooh, look at that. I got some Echo. I got some of every player gem. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. Where I put all the junk. Look at all the junk that I picked up. 1.7k Gabbro, 2k Gabbro, 4k Gabbro cobblestone. Oh man, tons of blocks came into my inventory from that. So let's look at the vault loot. The vault loot. Oh man, look at all those gems. I would definitely say that was worth it. Don't you? Now it's really hard to get better than that. But a couple vaults later, there was a really good one. It was a scavenger vault, and well, I normally ignore them, but this one I was able to complete. A speedy scavenger vault. I don't like scavengers. Okay, well let's get over here. Let's just finish this vault. All right, what did we get in the boss crate, the scavenger crate? Wow, that's pretty full. I see a statue, but and some gear. No relics. Artifact. How could I miss that? I got an artifact. Yay! Which one did we get? It's definitely a different one. It's definitely a different one. Nice. Great success, in spite of losing my helmet. And after that, I had another scavenger vault that I completed and another boss vault that I completed, bringing me up to, level 99. I think I'm maybe 1 or 2 vaults away from level 100. So I think that needs to be the goal for this episode. I'm really struggling in the vaults, quite honestly, taking so much damage. I really need that tier 2 gear. So I think that's going to have to be the focus right now. All right, we are level 99. One more vault. May do it, may not. I don't really know. But let's run a vault and let's figure it out. Personal space, plentiful, resilient journey. Oh, good stuff. And an obelisk right here, right off the bat. 25% more damage. Thanks, Idona. Finding the rest of the obelisks, though, really turned out to be a challenge. I did not find many of them at all, honestly, as I made my way through the vault. There was one time that was, oh, so nerve-wracking and harrowing. What is that? Oh, an X marks the spot room. Well, it's worth it to try. That's a big nope. Well, that's not good. Get... Oh. It's the cobwebs. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Get me out of here. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was all of my totems. Holy crap. Wow, that was horrible. That was horrible. Okay, well, moving on then. I was eventually able to find the obelisks though, and take on the boss. Let's go. Come on, CPK, do something. All right. We got the boss crate. That one was a struggle. That one was hard to find all the obelisks. Seriously. Oh, look at that. I see an artifact. Yes. And level 100. Oh, I wasn't sure one vault would do it, but it did. Level 100. And an artifact. Another artifact. Wow, things are rolling quick. Great success. All right, let's see what we get on the relic. Is it? It's another new one. It's another new one, not a dupe. I am so happy. I am so happy to not be getting dupes. Nice. Now that I'm level 100, let's get started rolling some gear. First order of business is all of this gear right here. This is all of the gear that I've gotten from boss crates over like the last 15 levels. My belief and my hope is that some of them are going to roll tier 2 gear. I'm actually not certain that that's going to happen, but that's my hope anyway. Next will be all of the gear that I've been picking up in my danks. Now these are stacking, so I have a much bigger confidence that these could actually start rolling some tier 2 gear as well. And lastly, I've got these rares that I've been able to collect along the way, and I've got a couple of these gear charms. The gear charm says it will automatically increase it to a tier 2 piece of gear. So my hope is that I can pick and choose a couple things in here to take up to tier 2. Although really I'm likely to only use the sword and the boots. The rest of these things I'm probably not likely to use. But nevertheless, I can at least be assured of getting some tier 2 boots and sword with this stuff. And yes, I was right. Here's a tier 2 thing. All I did was bring a bunch of stuff out of the crate into my inventory and start looking. Oh, we got an automatic epic tier 1. That looks pretty amazing. But yeah, there's some tier 2 things in here that I can start rolling. So now it's time for a big old rolling montage. Well, after all that, I got 4 tier 2 items out of it. So I got some nice boots. These look like they're going to be pretty good. These are even better. Common tier 2. I didn't even know that was a possibility. The leggings, they're kind of meh. And then I also got several epic and omega pieces out of it. So it looks like I'm going to have a new set of armor with all this stuff. What I am really interested in is all of these swords. My current sword is doing pretty good, but the leech can't keep up, and I really need to be doing more damage. Well, I did get a tier 2 sword, and at a base 10 damage, it's not bad. But this epic sword over here at 10.32 looks like it could be a lot better. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now it's time to move on to the dank. Let's see what we can get out of all this. I've got a lot of chest plates, so let's start with that. Oh, yep, there's a tier 2 chest plate. I'm liking that. And an epic. I got an epic legging and chest plate. Oh, there's another tier 2 chest plate and a tier 2 leggings. Let's roll them up. I like the extra health. We can maybe keep that. That's got a ton of repairs on it. Wow. My tier 2s. Oh, a 6 epic. That's nice. And a 6 tier 2. Definite keepers. Chestplate time. It's the rubber ducky one. 14% tier 2 common? Wow. That looks really epic. And here's an epic as well. Although definitely not as good as the tier 2. There's a tier 2 scrappy. Another tier 2 scrappy. Oh wow, that's 7 armor on that scrappy. Wow. And after all that, I do have a full set of armor that's mostly tier 2. And all in all, I'm pretty happy with all of that. I also got a new sword, but I still like the idea of using these charms on this rare plus gear. I mean, imagine a tier 2 rare or epic or omega out of these things. Yeah, I think I got to give it a shot. Wow, 20 levels each, but oh, and it says it's going to be scrappy when I do it. So it doesn't really matter that I saved the rare plus gear. Huh. Well, that changes things, you know? That's less useful. I wanted to keep the Rare Plus ranking and get Tier 2, but it doesn't look like it works that way. Sometimes the Omegas and Epics can be better than Tier 2 gear. What do you think? Is it worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, I'm tempted to, right off the bat, just use Wutax crystals and let's get all the enchants out of these levels. But I've also been saying I want to play around with the artisan talent and those fabrication jewels. So I think maybe let's try to do some of that first. So I've got these pieces of armor and equipment that have different enchants on them that I've been saving because I like the enchants. I mean, plus 4 health, that adds a lot. I don't need it on a scrappy vault chestplate, however. I need it on my new tier 2 chestplate. So I'm going to try to take this plus 4 health off of this chestplate and see if we can apply it to something else. And that uses fabrication jewels. Fabrication jewels are created from vaulterite, so you're basically creating a full piece of vault armor out of this. I mean, 4 pieces of vaulterite would create some boots, and you're also going to sacrifice whatever armor is in here, so you can't get the scrap out of it once you do. But if I can transfer plus 4 health onto a new chestplate, Yeah, I like the sound of that. So I think we go ahead and make up a couple of these and see how it goes. So I got a Vault leggings and a Vault chest piece, both with +4 health. I think those are the perfect candidates to try out. So the way I understand it, you put the chest plate and the jewel in and you get one of these scrolls. And the scrolls can then later be reapplied to another piece of armor. So this one gets us, adds health. It doesn't say how much. That's kind of annoying and kind of disappointing because I wanted to keep the +4 value, right? It adds health to a chest piece because it came from a chest piece. So let's do the same with this leggings. Okay, we got legs and it adds health. So now with my brand new tier 2 gear, I wonder if we can put these on. So that's the legs. Let's put this one for legs. And we're going to get the reforged. Oh, it becomes unidentified? I don't know that I like the sound of that. See, I want the armor rating, and I'm afraid that that's going to get lost. Huh. Yeah, no, I don't like the sound of that. So this seems like a better gamble. I got a tier 2 scrappy legs that's not very good in its base stats. So I think if I put this artisan scroll on here, we're going to re-roll it, and it's going to get +2. It's going to get plus health anyway. But what else? Will it change the armor? Inquiring minds want to know. +5 health is quite good, but it's still 4. And I'm going to have to go look at the footage because I don't know what the stats were before I re-rolled it. So let's take a break. Let me go check the footage. So yeah, the stats are different. I think it happened to get the same amount of armor this time as it was before, but all the rest of the stats are different, and +5 health is really nice. 4 armor though, leaves something to be desired. Now I also did the chest plate, but sadly that clip was lost, and this one got a better armor roll. Still, tier 2, and all the other stats were re-rolled as well, but +3 health at 6 armor makes this a pretty good chest plate. Good enough for one of the Eternals, or a good backup still. So I think this worked out. I think this was a good experiment, because I really didn't know what I was doing, and I learned quite a bit. Hopefully you did too. Now, a word of warning for those of you just crossing that level 100 threshold and getting into new gear. These new pieces of gear have level requirements. This sword has a requirement of 109 and these boots 112, and I'm only level 100. It's been a long time since we've had level requirements that we had to worry about, you know? Once you get past level 40, generally level requirements don't matter anymore, and you tend to forget about it. But when you hit to level 100 again, you've got to start worrying about it once more. And as you can see, I'm holding this sword even though I don't have enough levels to be able to use it. It's different than armor. If I try to put on this armor, it throws it on the ground instead. But the sword I can wield and swing. The big difference though is it does no damage. That's right, 0 damage. So if you've run into a vault and you're trying out that brand new sword that you're expecting to just slaughter the mobs in front of you, and all of a sudden it's doing 0 damage, you're going to panic. You're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. And it's an easy mistake to make too. So word of warning, don't do it. So the next step is getting all these things leveled up and Wu-Taxed down because I want to make sure that I can use them right off the bat. What are we going to get with these guys? A lot of thorns, a lot of cooldown. Not bad. I mean, it's all good. Can't get bad. 7 vault chest plate, +3 health, durability, chest rarity added to it. Nice. Legs, what are we going to get? More armor, some health. Good. All right, well, this is my non-tier 2 Omega helmet, but this will be great. What are we going to get? Durability, cooldown, parry. Yeah. All right. I need extra damage. I need leech. Come on. Luck be a lady tonight. Extra attack damage. And a lot of extra durability. No leech, but I'll take it. That is a nice looking sword right there. While the sword is pretty darn good, I know I'm going to miss that leech. So I've got 2 more swords here that are pretty good. I think I'm going to use a bunch of Wu-Tax crystals and level them up and see if I can get leech off of one of them. So my tier 2 10 damage, let's see what we get with it. Attack speed and attack damage, which increases it, makes it better, definitely. Now this is a 10.24 epic. Let's see. No leech. The sword I'm using right now is the only sword that I've ever found with leech on it. I've got 3 axes with leech on them, and I don't like to use axes, but swords. I have yet to find a sword with leech on it. If I can find a sword with leech on it, then I can use one of the fabrication jewels and make an artisan scroll and transfer it over to another piece of gear, but I just haven't found it yet. And now on the plus side, I have a whole bunch of gear that can be turned into scrap. And that'll just lead to more crafting and more fabrication crystals. So the fun keeps on a-rolling. So this was fun. This was fun. I don't normally open a lot of vault gear on camera because I find it kind of boring, but the new tier 2 stuff adds an extra level of intrigue, so we can do it once or twice, huh? There we go. Another Omega statue. I kind of wasn't expecting that, but, hey, cool. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to go out and see what this Omega statue has to offer, and then see who's going to get added to the family. Because of course, we'll do another drawing. A drum roll, please. Let's see. We have diorite, clinker, gabbro, oak, diorite. That's easy. I have no idea who that is. 5-ups. Must be a special Halloween skin that 5-ups is doing there. All right. Well, leave a comment down below, and we'll draw a name in the next episode and rename this statue after you. And while I'm bringing in new folks into the world, I've got this cryo chamber behind me that is almost full. So let's see who we can get in it, too. Boy, it's hungry. Okay, there we are. That's enough. Who do we get in the family here? Captain Wutax. Not such good things here, but I'm glad to have another member of the family. So after giving him some armor and stuff and bringing him up to level 3, I think the best thing to do is give him resistance. I think he could help me out with resistance in the area. Speed and damage, he's got good health. Speed and damage aren't so great, so let's try to bring up the speed a little bit. And not great rolls, not great rolls. I get another level on these guys because I got a 3rd Eternal, so let's up the damage on Fundy. He's doing pretty good. And on this guy, CPK, man, CPK is just low all around. Let's try to go for some damage. Yeah, decent roll, decent roll. All right, so now the family's gotten a little bit bigger and they can help me out a little bit more in the vaults. Now that we've gotten all that fun out of the way and reached level 100 and got some new armor and all that, now I think we need to get back to easy villagers because I still have the problem with generating mana and I want to get some automatic cake trading in order to do it. Now I also had a couple mod boxes from a vault run that I opened off camera and, well, looky here, I got a trader from this mod box. Now these things are actually fairly expensive. This is what I was trying to get all of the emeralds for, so it helps out a lot. But it's the auto trader that takes the Ecopog and a full block of netherite. So the Ecopog is the big expense here. So I think I'm going to set up one and see how well it works out. I want to see how much trading they actually get done. I should be able to buy out one trade twice a day, just like you do with normal villagers. But, maybe that's not the case. So let's set it up and find out. So one very expensive auto trader later. We can pop it on this hopper and get all the goodies out of it. Now, of course, you need to put a villager in here, and this guy is brand new. I don't really know what trades he has to offer, so I'm going to go over here and grab one of these villagers that I know will offer cakes. And plop, and then plop. And there he is. He's ready to go. I think I should just be able to feed a bunch of emeralds into the hopper here, and everything should work. Let's give it a shot. All right, they are feeding down into the trader, and it goes into this input. I could have just put them right in there. So we get to see all of the trades that this guy offers and select one of them in order to be completed, I guess. Here we go. Oh, yay. Look at that. It's doing the trades right now. So I wonder if we're going to be able to get an unlimited amount, if it'll just keep trading, or if there are limits. So it looks like we got 12 cakes, which is, I think, the normal limit, and I'm perfectly happy with this. So if we can get this done twice a day, like you can normally do, then I'll be happy. That's 24 cakes every day, and honestly, that'll last the Kekomoris about 10 minutes, but, nevertheless, it's still a little less trading that I have to do. So I think I can set up, say 2 or 3 of these, and that would go a long way toward helping out with the mana generation. And here we are, all finally set up. I've got the exporters right above me, putting in some emeralds into these guys. The trades are set up, and the cakes are funneling out through the hoppers down below over to that chest where they are imported into the system. So we should be getting 48 cakes every Minecraft day. And yeah, I used my 2 Echo Pogs that I already had on this setup. I may come to regret that later, but for now, I'm pretty happy with it. And honestly, this was really easy to do. I mean, Easy Villagers has the name for a reason because they make working with villagers so easy. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the purchase of Easy Villagers and the setup that I have. It's probably not quite enough to feed those Kekomoras for every Minecraft day, but it will save me some energy and some time trading, and I can just completely AFK as a result. And so it's a step forward. I'm happy about it, and I may actually make a few more in between. Honestly, I wish I had enough of those trader blocks for every single guy in here, but add a triple compressed block of emerald for each and every one of them. Ooh, that is too expensive. The auto trader for an Echo Pog kind of makes sense, but for the trader, no, that is just too darn expensive. And well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I've made a lot of progress in this episode. Reaching level 100 is quite a milestone, and I'm really happy to have made it here. Also, getting the villagers set up for some automatic trading will sure help in between time. So thanks so much for joining me on this journey. Remember, leave a comment down below so we can draw your name for the Omega statue and be named in the next episode. That's it for now. Remember, be excellent to each other. I'm out.